Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the D Project. Now we are 1 month into my challenge and the results have been great. I'm down 15 pounds. I weighed at 291 today. Did have a minor setback this week, unfortunately. While getting a massage, Kim noticed my knee was swollen. I called her and was like, I'm pretty stiff. It was an off day of lifting. She came in, worked on it. Her and Bruce were FaceTiming during the massage to talk about some exercises to do, changing things, strengthening the knee, avoiding bear crawl, and some other stuff. So it's great, the communication between those two. We're all laughing, having a good time at my expense.
Got sick of the bike for the third time today, so attempted to use the rower. And you can't see this video, but I'm limping right now because I got 2 cramps in my legs. So the only way to get out of there was to just leave my shoes in the machine and run out. Bruce, have you seen that before? No. It's exactly how we want to end the session. Oh, I'm fucking hurting.
I actually took the only day off of the first month. I did no cardio yesterday. So Bruce pushed me extra hard in the gym today. My wife was in there as well. We had a great workout, a lot of fun, a lot of sweat. You know, with my background as a tournament player, I am so great at seeing long-term and understanding short-term variance. So I know that, yes, when I initially took this challenge, I thought I'd be lower in weight a month in, but I also didn't think I would have the muscle mass that I do. And I am intrigued to see what the next DEXA results are that I'm getting. May 15th, I'm going down to Austin, gonna go see the Lodge for the first time, hopefully play a few of their tournaments. Hopefully I can get some footage with the new doctor down there, Dr. Stickler, who I've come very highly recommended. I'm very intrigued while he goes over my blood work and different things. Also excited about going to Vegas next week for a little heads up challenge versus the Mike the Mouth Matusow. And those of you who don't know about me and Mike's history, let me show you a little clip from when we played 10 years ago at Turning Stone, the first ever episode of Poker Night in America.
Team thing, like.
Right. People were like on the Family Feud when they like come and they all high five.
Yeah, I was surprised. Richard was awesome.
Yeah, he was like pumped up, and they were saying, "Here's our teams."
Yeah, right.
You're like,
Really, you should be like, "You picked me."
Yeah.
Greg. He has to count.
Uh-oh. Wow. So you guys give him a minute here. He's got a tough decision.
All right, I call.
I've never slow rolled anybody before.
The camera.
Never
You have to change some of the logic.
Never will.
Mike Matusow just lost another 6,000 coming off losing 13,000 in the last hand to Tom Schneider.
Do you want cash, Mikey?
I might just quit. I don't like people to slow roll. It's not funny to me.
You better say sorry because Mike said he might quit now.
I'm sorry, Mike. It's only for TV.
I don't give a. I've never slow rolled a person in my life, and I never will. I don't think. I think it's the most disgusting thing you can ever do.
He got slow rolled.
It's all for fun, Mike.
It was harmless.
It's not fun.
It was a small pot.
It's not fun. That's not fun. Take pot. It's the only thing in life I don't deal with.
I didn't know you would take it. If I thought you would even be.
You do anything to me, you can call me an name or something. You slow roll me, I'll punch you in the mouth.
All right.
You think I'm joking? I'm not.
I know you're not.
Great television.
Okay.
Do it. Pop him. Pop him. He's
You know,
being
if
dead
I thought
serious
you were
too,
offended,
you
I
guys.
would not
You
have
call
done
me, you can make fun of me, you can do whatever you want.
Now going forward, it's going to be intriguing to try to incorporate my diet and meal plan on the road really for the first time. Vegas will be only about 36 hours, so I don't think it'll be that hard to eat a couple healthy meals and keep under the calorie count. Down in Texas, it's going to be interesting. Thankfully, my good friend Doug Polk lives down there, might use access to his gym. I think we're going to make a few videos together, have some fun. You know, I probably wouldn't have taken this challenge and negotiated the way I did without Doug's advice, without his knowledge. You know, Doug has said for years, whenever I was ready to lose weight, he would love to be a resource. And he's been there for me every single day. And I appreciate that. Any questions I have, whether it's YouTube related content, you know, life, kids, everything. Doug has been a great friend and I really appreciate everything he's doing for me. I'm working on the website for the $1 Million Pound Challenge. So be sure to sign up once that goes live. Show your progress. Let's really get to this goal. I bet you once we get to that goal, I'm gonna contribute some money to it. I'm gonna talk to Perkins and Hook and maybe get some sponsors. I'm really trying to build the prize pool for that challenge because that really motivates me to bring you guys all along on this challenge and watch you guys learn from me as I'm learning. I think there's so much out there for us to do together, and that's kind of what's motivating me, is spreading the knowledge that I'm absorbing. Some's gonna be helpful, some's not, but guess what? The more information you consume, the better we're gonna be. Very rarely is the advice you're gonna get gonna set you back. Yeah, it could cause an injury or two, but guess what? We get right back on it, we toughen out, you figure it out, and that's all what we're gonna do. One by one, lose 1 pound at a time, and we're gonna get to that million. Now, a lot of you have been wondering what workouts we started with. So early on, Bruce gave me the idea of let's do 20 minutes of cardio in the day using my Apple Watch. Let's get up to 120, 125 heart rate, try to sustain that for the whole 20 minutes. And then we lift 3 days on, 1 day off, and then do cardio again before bed. Another 20 minutes, same heart rate. We've been trying to increase that by 5 minutes of cardio every other week, as well as 5 points in my heart rate. So right now I'm doing about 30 minutes of cardio, trying to get 130, 135 minimum for that whole time. It's been tough, my legs definitely struggle a little bit on that, but we're gonna get better. I got a lot of shit on Twitter this week from a video my wife posted of me cooking some eggs, apparently a little too overdone. Whatever. I'm not the best chef. I enjoy them that way. I don't mind them a little overcooked. I studied a video from Gordon Ramsay. I'm going to be experimenting with those eggs this week. So let's see how the progress goes and see if you guys are acceptable with my new eggs. One part of this challenge that's been so intriguing to me is just how much we involve our kids in this. They used to eating out a lot. My wife did cook a lot of meals for them, but whenever I was in charge of food, I would just order them unhealthy stuff, mozzarella sticks, everything deep fried pizza, the usual simple stuff that kids love. So it's been awesome to see my kids eating the healthier chicken, the rice, the sweet potatoes, getting more veggies, and motivating them. And that's one of my favorite things about this. I don't want my kids to be that health conscious on their weight. I don't want them to worry about being fat and stuff like that. So it's really difficult tiptoe, and me and Ashley are really trying to figure out how to incorporate them in this, where their lives aren't too interrupted and they still get to enjoy the food they want. But the crazy thing for me is how little the cravings have been while they get something. The other day I was at the casino playing a tournament at Rivers, and I played awful because I was hungry. I didn't bring my food. They wouldn't let us bring food in there. And I purposely punched it out of my tournament because of my appetite. And I wanted to go home and eat, and it was bad, and I shouldn't have done that. It definitely was a good warm-up for the World Series, where it will be easier because I will be able to have my food delivered to me or in my room, or easier access and eat at the table. But it is something to be aware of, is I've never had to play while hungry. So that's going to be... It was a good trial run for me to recognize the flaws I have in a much lower importance tournament and lower equity spot than I will be playing for the whole summer. People have asked me, what's the hardest thing of this challenge so far? And that's for me is the restriction of freedom. I'm used to being there, having all my energy for the kids, sleeping on a schedule when they're in school, being awake when they're home, being able to spend as much time with them as possible when I'm not on the road playing poker. And so now that I'm incorporating these workouts and this diet plan, measuring all the meals, it's definitely detracted from some of the one-on-one time I get with the kids. But I'm trying to incorporate that the best I can, because I really don't want to neglect them. I mean, they're the reason one of the key reasons I'm doing this is for them, to show them that I can do it. They've always made comments on my weight, how slow I am, and now, we're playing one of their favorite games is Tickle Scooter Monster. We're outside, I'm chasing them around while they're on scooters, which even a healthy person couldn't keep up with these kids on scooters. They're pretty fast. But they're talking about how much faster I am, and they're getting a little worried that I'm gonna be faster than them. And that's gonna be one of my favorite things, is they're getting faster and stronger every single day. And one of my goals is to be able to beat my 8-year-old in a race. So I can't wait for that day. It's definitely a little set of motivation. I'm not great at running right now. My knees can't handle it. My body I don't have a runner's body whatsoever. But we're gonna work towards that. That's one of the goals throughout my training, is to eventually be able to do running for cardio. It's not the safest thing, but once I think I lose 40, 50 pounds and my cardiovascular is a lot stronger, that's gonna be incorporated to switch it up so it's not just all walking on the treadmill. It's not all just sprint bike. I think variety is the key to working out, and figuring out how to incorporate that into my body type. You know, right now my gut gets in the way when we try to row. I think part of my knee problem was caused by the rower and some of the modifications we've done because my big old belly gets in the way. So I think there's a lot of you guys out there, or girls, who have that issue, and there's ways around it. There's always gonna be another exercise, there's always gonna be another machine. You know, go to your gym, try to experiment, watch what other people do. And the one thing I know is people really care about everyone's health. People go to the gym, wanna help you. So don't be shy, mention something, and you see someone working out who looks like they know what they're doing, ask them a question. I think most people who care about health and fitness also wanna share their knowledge with you. And that's what's so great about this community that I'm learning. There's so much openness, there's so much working together. It's different than poker where people try to withhold some strategy. When it comes to health and fitness, everyone has an opinion, and guess what? You can agree with it, you can take it, you cannot, but don't be shy. Open up, experiment, tell them what's worked for you, what hasn't, and I think you'd be amazed some of the relationships you make in the gym. You know, I wanted to tune you guys into some of the supplements I'm taking, break them down of what time of day I'm taking them, why I'm taking them, and hopefully, you know, I can have a conversation with Freddie, the nutritionist, one-on-one in next week's episode, or, you know, later this week, so he can explain to you the benefits of the different things I'm taking, as well as a couple things that the new doctor said based on the blood work that I'm going to incorporate into my supplements and my vitamin game, because everyone needs a little something. There's always something off. So definitely talk to your regular health provider. Say, hey, I'm trying to be healthier. I want to do some blood work. Let's see what levels are off. What can we adjust? What do I need to improve on? And you'd be amazed how some of those small changes will really affect your energy level, your ability to work super hard, get your great workouts in, and get the results you want. I hope you guys are enjoying this progress and this update as much as I am. Let's keep it up. We're a team. Like, subscribe, join the Discord, join the website when it's ready. Let's do this £1 Million Challenge together and win all of Bill Perkins' money. Maybe some of it.